More national team questions, what you always wanted to talk about. Caleb and Extra Time Radio earlier this week talked about Jurgen being in touch with him. Was that news to you, or had you been in contact about that with you?
It was kind of a little bit of news. I mean, he told me, but he tried not to tell me that stuff. Just wants me to go out there and play, and as he keeps telling me, if I keep doing what I'm doing and everything else that happens. So I've been focusing on that, and but yeah, it's definitely good to hear.
Yeah. Well, what were your feelings when you heard that? Were you like, kind of relieved that you are on the radar?
Yeah, it was cool. Like I said, it's just being able to represent a country, in any sport, no matter what it is, even if it's not a sport, it's an amazing feeling. So hopefully the opportunity comes up.
What is the process exactly with FIFA as far as getting that approval?
It all depends on your situation. Mine was different because I got naturalized. So once you're naturalized, you're not eligible right away. You still have to get cleared, and now I'm going through that process.
How long? Do you know how long that process is going to be?
I feel like it all depends on the case and the situation and how it plans out.
Do you think you could be in the mix for a call-off to the November qualifiers?
November to October. I mean, hopefully, yeah. But I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Do you know what your timeline is specifically?
No, I'm not too sure specifically. It all depends on when I get information into them, when they process it, and things like that. So I'm not too sure.
What's the next sort of turn of the screw?
Waiting on their part. I feel like I got almost all my information in, so just waiting to hear back on more of the information that they need from me so I can get that in.
You're playing in, I think, 160th. Well, how big is it to be the amount of minutes you played for the Timbers, amount of games you've played for them?
It's pretty cool to me. I didn't know. Mark let me know about it, actually, and all the players that have played here in the past and currently, I think Chara's pretty close to that also. So it's just it's a good feeling to know that you've been trusted by your coaches and management to play that many games.
What's the mentality right now? I mean, obviously Colorado's last place, but you have a lot to play for. Is there any risk of overlooking them?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like you saw what they did last game against KC. They got the win against them, so we just got to go out there and play for the tie. But at the same time, know that a point is good enough to get in, but you always want to win every game.
Looking back over the previous two games with that sort of new look formation, how did you feel about it? How did you like playing in that?
It was good. It was good. Obviously, Chara's in there, so whenever he's in there, it makes everything a little bit more simple. But he did a great job helping me out, position wise, and so did the back line. So it was good. And I feel like the team felt good in it, and we're glad we got the 2 results.
Caleb talked about you kind of your defensive role as well as an offensive role in it. How do you like your kind of the role that you play in that formation?
Defensively, I think I did okay, but I'm not too sure. I have to ask those guys in the back line how I did and Caleb about that. But defensively, still learning and still trying to figure out where to be defensively. But attacking wise, it was natural to get on the ball a little bit more.
With Larry being out for the upcoming game, does that put more pressure on you to kind of make things happen?
Yeah, gonna go out there just like every game, whether he's in there or not, where the other guys are in there, and try and get on the ball and make plays and hopefully score goals and get assists.
Has Caleb talked to you about how that would change your role for this weekend with Larry out?
No, not specifically. Maybe tomorrow we'll know a little bit more about that, but so far he hasn't said anything to me.
Cool. Thanks,
Great,
Steve.
thank you.
Thank you.